Hey guys, it's Theo. I'm gonna achieve this year. I used to be so naive when defining my goals in the past. And even worse, I was actually convinced that I had set myself a pretty strong goal. In reality, it was just a vague statement of an intent. I had made a lot of mistakes with those statements in the past. Today, I know that achieving something starts with setting the right goals. It's so important that the foundation is clean and strong. Otherwise, success may, just like in my case, get lost in all the hundreds and thousands of goals that you had set yourself as well. In today's video, you're gonna find out how you can set your goals in such a way that you have an optimal basis for your success. And it's gonna be as easy as using 4 principles for everything you have in mind. Number 1, set your goals with the S.M.A.R.T formula. When I ask others if they have goals, I often spontaneously hear, "Of course I have goals." If I ask deeper, however, it turns out that it's at best a vague, wishful thinking. Similar to my previous example. Maybe you already know the S.M.A.R.T formula. In my experience, however, many people do not know about it, let alone that they could define their goals in that way. Which is a shame because the S.M.A.R.T formula is actually pretty simple and it just contains 5 steps. Let's take a closer look at the letters. The S stands for specific. Write, if possible, only one sentence in the present tense with your own concrete goals formulation. The M stands for measurable. In this formula, you need a key figure that you can use to check whether you have reached your goal. So instead of saying I'm gonna make a lot of money, you need to say I'm gonna make 100,000, for example. A stands for achievable. The goal should be achievable and realistic. And if you put it too high, you probably need to go and break it down a bit. R stands for relevant. In addition, the goal should electrify and attract you. That's probably one of the easiest ones. And last but not least, T as in time. It is very important that you include a date in your goal formulation by when you will reach the goal. Always check your goal formation for the aspects I just mentioned. Then you have an important basis for achieving any kind of goal. Second, find a strong why when you set your goal. The bigger and more challenging your goal is, the more important it is that your motivation, your why for the goal, is clean and strong. Especially in difficult phases, which there always are. You absolutely will need them. Otherwise, you will probably give up very quickly. Trust me on that one. Think carefully and calmly why you want to achieve a goal. Write down everything that comes to your mind about it. It is ideal if you have defined a vision and a mission for yourself as a strong foundation and breeding ground for your goal. If you really want to get to the core of your motivation, it can help if you repeat the question why several times. By asking a new why answer every time. Almost like what small children tend to do. For example, if you have set yourself a goal. On the last day of this year, I'm gonna save 5k in my bank deposit account. Why do I want to reach this goal? Because I want to fulfill my dream of owning a motorbike. Why do I want to fulfill this dream? Because it's important to me to be able to travel independently. Why is it important to me to travel independently? Because freedom and self-determination are the most important values for me. By the way, this was just an example. Doing it this way can help you understand your motivations better. Number 3, set goals with the right time horizon. I'm actually a fan of planning goals daily, weekly, monthly, and even yearly. Those short-term goals are rather small, like doing a simple task, while the bigger ones are usually not chained to a certain period of time, but instead done when I can actually achieve them. This way I end up constantly reminding me of them. Using the example before, if I wanted to go and travel independently with my motorcycle, I first would need to go and get my license. When I set a goal, I usually test it with those 2 questions. Can I see clearly what concrete actions I can or must do today to reach my goal? And can I effectively feel the impact of these actions on my goal? In this way I can see if the size of my goal is correct, and if the time period I chose is correct, and if I may have to adjust something. For example, by breaking up the goals into smaller pieces. I tend to advise you to set shorter goals in the beginning, so you automatically get more positive feedback and motivation. On the other hand, if your goal is still a long way off, you might be stuck with trivial things because there's still so much time. Then you might wobble around too long, avoid important actions and pay later for it. This brings us to point number 4, commit to your goals. When you set a new goal, you should nail yourself to it. so that you can't easily backtrack or give up. I actually recommend these 3 things for that. First, think of a reward for success. Set a penalty for yourself if you fail. And last but not least, tell others about your goal and the first 3 points. You should definitely celebrate success and reward yourself if you reach your goal. This is very important. I sometimes feel like I accomplished enough just by reaching my goal that I forget to reward myself with something else. So tell other people about your goal and also what kind of punishment you have considered. Ask these people to ask you regularly about it and to be specific about whether you have reached your goals by the time you have set yourself. Now you know that success starts with setting the right goals. In the past, I often didn't reach goals because I didn't know what was going on and therefore lacked a stable foundation. The 4 principles described will also help you create the right basis for creating good goals with which you can be successful. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have some comments to add, please leave those as well. And anyone that doesn't want to miss next Wednesday video, please consider subscribing. And I will see you all next week. Ciao!